Hi, my pickles. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Well, I just got back from my walk, the long one, and I listened to an interview with Abel James, the fat burning man, and Melissa Hartwig, the co-founder of Whole30. And it was just fascinating. And, when Melissa talks about whole, she means whole. So many things are addressed in the Whole30 food plan. And she's just got a very engaging, listenable, and retainable philosophy. And without being a member of the Whole30 community, I can tell that I could fit under her tent very easily. And a couple of the things that she brought up that are fascinating. So it's Whole30. And one of the pickles here asked me, did I think that was a sound plan? And I told her yes, because I'd done some reading about it and listening to podcasts about it, seeing them on like Dr. Oz. And I'm thinking she's not with her husband anymore. She says she's a single mom, so I don't know. She says she won't talk about her dating life or her son and post no pictures. And I think that's very honorable. So she was talking about it, and she was saying that a lot of people enter into food programs because they can make alternatives to the desserts that they were used to eating before they went on the food plan. And she is a huge non-believer of that. And I am too. And because she said the brain retains and keeps it going. And, if you're having yourself, say, a keto treat every single night or a Smart Point treat every single night, you've got a behavior that is firmly entrenched in your brain and might not be helpful to you, because initially your brain doesn't know whether it's sugar and grains or a trans fat or chemicals such as in artificial sweeteners and things like that. All your brain knows is that you have something as a treat after dinner. And so it stays with you. And so it becomes part of the things that you work on psychologically, which is why I like her approach. And you don't have that every single day. In fact, you don't have it. And I guess in the Whole30, it's more of an elimination in the 30 days. And what may work for you may not work for somebody else, and it's great. And she admits that dairy is not a friend of hers. And on the Whole30, they ask you to have only black coffee, but it can have caffeine and you can get through it. But anyway, while I was listening to her, and Abel James, the fat-burning man with the wild diet, was talking with her, and the two of them share a lot of commonalities. Excuse me. Share a lot of the commonalities, and as I do too. And then I started thinking about JJ Virgin and her 7-day elimination diet, and then other notables like Dr. Perlmutter and Wheat Belly, and places that you can go and get food plans, and really your only entry-level fee is either their book or their food plan or going online or something like that. And it's short dollars for something that could totally alter your life. And Abel was asking the same sort of questions that I guess that somebody in an audience might be asking, like, how do you handle, going out to dinner? How do you handle traveling and things like that? And I love her approach because it was just, what's a priority? Is a priority that you want to stay on this food plan no matter what? And then you also want to travel because it's your business, or you also like to socialize a lot because you don't want to feel isolated because you have a new food program. And so she says it's a priority. So if it's important to you, you'll figure out a way to do it. We no longer live in a vacuum. There are plenty of ways out there. You could go onto YouTube and put, traveling on a keto plan, and probably a gazillion podcasts would come up with what people pack that are non-perishable items. For me, I mean, a lot of people bring the Justin's almond butter and other nut butters, but there's too many sugars in that for me. I'd bring the whole jar and put it in a baggie and bring my tablespoon and my baby spatula and measure it out. I could do that. So anyway, there's a lot of possibilities, but so often I only think of there's 2 food programs, and it's the 2 that I was on and graduated from Weight Watchers into the low carb, high fat keto one. And of course I'm wrong. There's Whole30. There is Abel James Wild Diet. There is JJ Virgins. There is Dr. Hyman's Eat Fat, Get Thin. There's tons of them out there. There's the Fat Flush plan. I'm looking at my stack of books. So there's a gazillion ways that you can do it by eating unadulterated foods, and also getting rid of the sugar craving, stop eating the things that keep the mindset back into I can eat whatever I want and because I'm entitled, which doesn't work. And there is sacrifice, there is discipline. She talked a lot about that. And that, of course, had all arrows and neon signs going back to the discipline. And you have to have the discipline, and you have to think of that above all else. And that's what she did. And on top of it, she had a book come out in October, and she's had 2 before that she said almost killed her. By the time she got to the 3rd book, she knew there's a short period of time that she couldn't be social, that she had to go to bed early, that she had to stop high-intensity training, that there were some things that she just couldn't fit in. And so she prioritized her life so she could write the book, and she said she came out the other end of it healthier and intact. Another thing that she said, which reminds me of Dr. Berg, is that you don't go into Whole30 thinking you're going to lose a ton of weight. It is not a diet per se. It is a way of eating that goes the distance for your life. And I liked that too. And so Dr. Berg says that when he has an obese person sitting in front of him that needs to lose, say 100 pounds, he has them learn how to eat healthy. There is probably no limit on what he puts on the items you can have. You're just not having the other things, the drive-through diet, as I call it, with the bag crumbling at the end to signify you're done, with the hot dessert thing in your one hand because they know you're driving while you shove it in, with trans fats and sugar and grains in it. And I'm thinking of the hot apple pie. Just saying. So, or you could be having the ice cream in the ice cream cone. What a marvelous invention for driving with that too. And so, don't be afraid to look at other people and what they eat out there. Be curious. You never know what way of eating is the one that's going to work for you, that calms down the head and makes the scale go down too. But the scale shouldn't be as important, according to people like Melissa and Abel, as getting rid of the things that only aggravate you, that cause inflammation, that keep your triggers and your cravings on high alert, feed me. And, giving up making the desserts and treats that mimic the world of no food plan, but now you're on a food plan, and so you want to do that. And she talked about the habit of that is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I mean, it's just like, pull up those boots and the big girl panties and boxer shorts and have at it. It is going to be tough. And slipping and sliding only makes the restart again that much tougher. So if you find something that you can commit to, and it's a way of eating for a lifestyle change, all those things you wish you could give up, all those things that you wish you gave up in August so you can go into the holiday season and not be tempted by every single thing that is screaming, eat me, and you can take care of yourself. Yes, when is the best time to go on a food plan? When you are committed to a no matter what. When you can prioritize and make it, this is what I'm doing, and I'm not going to cave, and you do the pantry cleaning out, and you do the fridge cleaning out, and you get ready. You understand that this is a change and you're willing to go through it. And I always like the sort of thing where it's cook once, eat twice. Or, in my case, cook once and eat 5 days. You know, roasting that chicken and having all the different parts, or buying organic chicken breasts and cooking them, and they're huge, they're ginormous, they weigh like a pound, and then breaking that down, you know, which is what I did all last week. I had chicken on hot veggies, I had chicken on spinach and romaine salads. I made it work for the week. So anyway, so here's my little announcement. I'm going back to a job that I used to do, not the one that I just left and retired from. This one is a part-time job that I did 15 years ago and absolutely, positively loved it. Loved it. So I start back tonight. There won't be a video on Sunday, and there aren't videos on Sundays anyway. And any video that I go to put in on Monday, because it is a Sunday night job and a Monday night job, so I'm not home to do the upload. So I just want to make you aware that there could be, definitely on Monday, and maybe another night of the week when I'm called in, if somebody is sick or something, a video that is uploaded in the wee hours, because I'm not home for the wee hours. So if you're expecting, say, a Monday morning video at 6 a.m., it won't be there. It won't be there until after 9 a.m., okay? So I just wanted to let you know that there's some change afoot for me, and but it's a good change, and the videos, 6 days a week will continue. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I just want to see you get into the way of eating that is for the long run for you. You deserve it. You deserve to eat healthy and be healthy and feel energized and vibrant. It's all there waiting for you, but you need to find the right plan. And the right plan might not be what you can get away with. Those days could be over for you. You may have done those sort of food plans many different ways to Sunday, and all you end up doing is gaining as you're handing somebody money. And you don't need to do that anymore. I want you to focus on being healthy first and satiated second, and go on the long haul, because it's very, very possible. And you can have more energy, have less health issues. You don't want to go into the doctor at 42 years old and be told that you're pre-diabetic and have no clue what you're supposed to do. The Whole30, she talks about how teaching people, there's a whole kitchen fundamentals in her book. How to cook salmon, how to roast a chicken, how to do things that people don't know how to do. If their kitchen is a place that you walk through with your takeout to sit in front of the TV, then you might benefit from the kitchen fundamentals. Men's Health, that crazy magazine that I love, all the time. They have beginner cooking sort of articles with pictures, and it's great. And let's face it, at some point you're going to have to give up the takeout diet. At some point. I mean, maybe you don't think so now, but you might have to. You might have to give up the boxed, the processed, the packaged foods that you've been relying on, even if you think you're making a homemade meal, and yet it comes out of a box and then it has the flavor packet in it that has more words that you can't pronounce with chemicals. Mm-hmm. Eventually, I'd love to see all of you have a one item type of vegetable or two, and the 3 or 4 ounces of the best money can buy protein. Yes, you can do this. You can kind of buy in bulk. I mean, like when I buy that great big Coleman's organic broiler pack, it has 2 1-pound chicken breasts and 3 chicken legs. Well, that would serve me for a week. And you can buy frozen organic veggies, and they do go on sale. And where do I find them on sale? In the oddest of places. Whole Paycheck. I mean, Whole Foods. Yes, you can do this. I only want the best for you guys. So, Monday mornings, video uploads will be a little bit later, sometimes on Tuesday, maybe another night of the week or morning of the week. But until then, I will see you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.